Hello Geeks and Gamers, Matt Lemke here with True Gamer Goggles, and today we have another box breaking for you. This one is the Tide of Iron Next Wave from 1A Games, and this license was purchased from Fantasy Flight, so if you've been looking for it on Fantasy Flight and you don't know where Tide of Iron went, it's now with 1A Games. I said purchased, that might not be the truth. They might just be licensed to be making the game, and before I get too far, I want to tell you this is a heavy box. You should have heard that. I'm going to say somewhere between 8 and 10 pounds. This box is loaded with stuff. Oh, man. Inside, you get everything you need to play the game. Holy crap. That is a lot of cardboard. I am not entirely sure where to start with this. There's a lot of pieces here. So, we're not going to spend tremendous amount of time going over things. We're going to cut this side open here real quick. And we're going to take a look at the game tile board, or the game board. One of the things I do like about this game is they have a set of read first scenarios. So we're going to flip through these. These are double-sided tiles. They're all labeled 1A, 2A, so you can put them together and actually make specific maps. These are heavy-duty pieces of cardboard, man. You knock somebody out with these if you're not careful. So you can create a nice, big map. You can even use these for other games if you really wanted to. They're a little bit oversized for other games. You know which ones I'm talking about. But the detail on the maps is pretty darn good. And then flip through the other way. Now, in the interview with Chris Williams from 1A Games, he does go over the exact contents of this box, and I do remember that there are a couple models that have changed. I will link up the video to this for you. I don't know where to put it all. There's so much stuff. And then you have the punch-outs, which... and 1A Games also did at Gen Con for us a game overview of the mechanics of how to play Tide of Iron. So, you'll be able to see that. We can link to that as well. Here is the punch-out portion of the game box. Two-sided, lots of different counters, barbed wire, rec markers, flags, rocket launchers, Thompson machine guns, infantry, a really big rifle, little terrain punch-outs. Put it back real quick so I don't lose it before I play the game. Again, more terrain punch-outs that you can add to your tabletop that are probably there for certain scenarios. Oh man, don't want to go back in. Had to go back in the same way. So we'll set those there real quick, and we'll look at the, it says read me first. These are the introductory scenarios. So if you've never played the game, this is how you learn to play the game right here. It's a fold-out flyer, 6 pages, and you're playing the game. There's no need to paint these pieces. There's no need to paint these models. From what I saw of the game, it is very, for those of you that play the old strategy game Command and Conquer, it is Command and Conquer, right? I think it was Command and Conquer. No, Squad Leader. It's very Squad Leader-esque, this game. And there was another game that we played that was D-Day that was very much like that. And this is the Read Me second book, which is a bit more complicated than the... Wow, you can transfer squads. Wow. Than the quick start rules. And then there is a Read third book, which is like your super advanced rules. It has mortars and it adds different things. So basically they teach you how to play the game in stepping stones. And then there's a player reference sheet. 2 of them, 1 for each player. On top of that, there's a couple of, well, I don't know if it's a couple or if it's all one deck that you share, but you have a deck of cards. We'll zoom in for the cards, and we'll probably stay zoomed in the rest of the... This is a bombing run, strafing run. So these are like event cards that you spend, obviously, command points on while you're playing the game to increase your forces or to suppress your enemy type of thing. There's a good bit of cards. There's 100 to 200 cards maybe. I am not going to count them. And then, okay, slide this up here as much as I can. We got black and red dice. And zoom all the way in. We're not going to go through everything in this box, but you have some different colored infantry and tanks. You've got greens and grays. Here is a sample of one of the tanks that you can get. Here's a sample of some of the infantry, a mortar crew. Like I said, we're not going to go through it all. These tanks are pretty much going to repeat. There's a couple different types of tanks. And without looking at the book, I'm not going to be able to tell you what they are. Like, this is American and these are German, I can tell you that. Pretty much from looking at them. But without looking at the different shapes and designs, look at this little thing. Without looking at the different shapes and designs, I'm not going to be able to tell you much. These are probably all Shermans, if I remember my history correctly. These are Shermans. These little tanks didn't do much to the bigger German tanks. See that? That one's got a bent gun. That's an easy fix, believe it or not. All you need to do is go over it a couple times with the hairdryer, take your finger, and hold it straight, and it'll straighten right out for you. We can do a video on that. It's a little noisy. You won't hear me talk. Here's a half track. Here's a machine gun crew. Notice they're not to scale, but that's okay for this game. So, in the Tide of Iron box set, you get a ton of miniatures, or game pieces. They're not really... If some Games Workshop guys heard me calling these miniatures, they might get mad at me because they're one piece and there's not a whole lot of assembly to them. You get a ton of miniatures. You get all of the different rule books, the dice, the cards, the tokens. I mean, this box weighs easily 8 to 10 pounds. And you get hours and hours of play. This has been a box breaking with Through Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. My name is Matt Lemke. Please ask us questions. We'll do our best to ask them or answer them or find the answers for you. I want to be engaged by you. I do this because of you. We've been doing it 3 years now, and it's getting stronger and stronger every day. So I have to thank you for that. Please subscribe to us, and have a good day.